Welcome back to World Crisis Radio. This is our post-Thanksgiving program. We are recording, however, on Tuesday, the 25th of November. Now, we want to get an update here on the situation with the Pinkney persecution. I just want to mention one or two things about Whirlpool Corporation, who own this company town. If you know the trademarks Amana, Kenmore, Maytag, Bauknecht, KitchenAid, Crosley, Admiral, any of those, that's all Whirlpool. They are the biggest appliance manufacturer in the world, having passed Electrolux of Sweden. This is huge. $20 billion a year in sales, 70,000 workers, and all of this to persecute a fighting spiritual leader like Reverend Pinkney, who's trying to stop this community from being crushed and exploited. Welcome, Reverend Pinkney.
Oh, thank you so much, Webster, for having me on. And I tell you, you said the right word. There's 70,000 people that works at Whirlpool Corporation. More than 4,000 work here in the city of Benton Harbor, and less than 0.5% live in Benton Harbor.
And all of that, as if that weren't enough, right? The Upton family, Fred Upton, we got Kate Upton. We'll hear more about her, I'm sure, in the coming days. And they've got to have a company town, and they want to crush all political opposition. And the political opposition is you. And therefore, the frame up, the railroad says on the 15th of December, you will be. But there is counter motion in the world. Please tell us about it.
Absolutely. We are working fast right now to get some things done, to file this motion inside the courtroom to stop the whole proceeding on December the 15th. It's going to be a little difficult because they got their mind made up that they're going to send me to jail for the rest of my life. And here's the thing. The sheriff of the county, Paul Bailey, was at a Republican meeting. I believe it was 2 Saturdays ago, and he told the crowd, they gave him 15 minutes to speak all about Reverend Pinkney. Nobody ever gets 15 minutes at this stage. You get 5, get 10 minutes, but they gave him 15 minutes to talk about the conviction. He told them that they had convicted Reverend Pinkney, and they gave him a standing ovation, a full house. Then he told them that his plan is to send me to jail for the rest of my natural life. He said that everything is already processed, and once again they gave him another standing ovation. And he was just telling them that Reverend Pinkney, we got him, and we're not going to let him loose this time. So it goes on and on and on about the conviction itself. We know that they had no evidence. We know that I did nothing wrong. We know that they didn't have any witnesses. We know all these important things. But here in America, you don't need evidence to send a Reverend Pinkney to jail.
So this is a lynch mob, and the sheriff joins the lynch mob, and that is, I think, a colorable basis under federal law that this was to deprive you of your civil rights. Now, what exactly was the nature of this meeting, and where was it? Do we know that? Is that like the county Republican Party?
It was a Republican meeting. They usually have a monthly meeting once a month, and they had it at this school, and where all members of the Republican Party normally come, and they decide what they're going to do. Fred Upton usually be there. You have John Prose, the state senator. You have Albert Choker, the one who wrote the emergency manager bill. He usually be there. And you have the clerk, Sharon Tyler. She normally be there. And strictly Republicans. And there was a couple of people from the Tea Party that was there. And these people said that when they mentioned my name, when he got up there, he mentioned my name first. And when he said that he had convicted Reverend Pinkney, they gave him a standing ovation. They applauded, and then finally he said that we're going to send him to jail for the rest of his life, and they gave him another standing ovation. It's one of those Republican meetings that nobody will believe, and I'm working on it. Just as you and I talked about, I will have the documents tomorrow, and I'm going to fax them to you, so you'll see exactly what I was talking about.
Okay. And let me ask you, do we know if Congressman Upton, the state senator, and this guy, were they in fact present? Do we know that?
I'm positive that John Prose and Albert Choker was there. I'm not quite sure about Fred Upton. I'm not really positive, so I can't say he was there, but he's normally at those meetings.
So the state senator and the guy who wrote the emergency manager law, state legislators,
right,
I guess, they were there. Whoa.
They were there. And the sheriff was there. Even the prosecutor comes to some of the meetings, but the guy told me that he wasn't there because I was hoping he was there. But unfortunately, I don't believe he was. He's going to give me a list of people who was there that he can remember. And
Great.
My thing is this: let's bring them all in and put them on the stand, see what they know.
Absolutely. Absolutely, and that's a federal case right there. That's as far as I can see, that's a federal. You can't have a lynch mob and then say that was a fair trial, because that's a lynch mob. Reverend, we have limited time. Tell us how people can send you money, because obviously the big thing involved here is money for legal representation, money for a transcript. Right? If you want to have an appeal option, you need that.
Absolutely. They can go to bhbanco.org. I have a PayPal right there, bhbanco.org. Or they can mail a check to Banco, 1940 Union Avenue, Benton Harbor, Michigan, 49022. That's Banco, B-A-N-C-O, 1940 Union Avenue, Benton Harbor, Michigan, 49022. Or you can call me at 269-925-0001. But I prefer if you go to my website at bhbanco.org. We have a PayPal there, and we need funds as fast as we can get them, because we're 2.5 to 3 weeks away from the 15th of December, and we don't want to go in there without the resources we need to fight, because we are battling. And I want to thank Webster Tarpley for all his wonderful work. I love you, Webster, and I tell you, you are a tremendous guy, and I love you.
Well, thank you. This is what we all owe to the cause of freedom, I guess, right? Because that applies to all of us, right? If political opposition can be simply railroaded, framed up, and jailed, then none of us is safe. And the thing that strikes me very much is this whirlpool, right? Benton Harbor, company town, run by super rich blue bloods with this multinational corporate empire. And they think that they can crush any opposition, and this cannot be allowed to stand.
Absolutely, absolutely. And Webster, those out there, please encourage them to send money, because we have to have funds in order to continue this battle. And remember, you can go to bhbanco.org. It's crucial that we get the funds to fight these people, because remember, they're blue blood. These are millionaires over and over and over again, and this is what we're up against. It's us against them, the rich against the poor, the haves against the have-not. That's the battle what we're fighting right now, Webster, and we're going to win this battle. We're not shutting up. We're going to win this battle. We're going to fight this battle until we win this battle. And I'm excited, I tell you, because I can see it coming, Webster, until we can make some history and we get the people from all around the world to join in and fight this battle and get to those embassies and tell them, hey, you said that this was the land of the free and the home of the brave, and only in America. You know, justice is nowhere else in the world but in America, according to the Americans here.
Absolutely right. Reverend, happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you next and we'll be in touch. See you soon. And we'll be back in just a minute on World Crisis Radio.